Hey guys! Okay, let's talk about a concept that we've discussed before in class. This idea of the internal and the external locus of control. So when we read Lord of the Flies, and some of you I know haven't had the opportunity to read it with me because it's a new book that I've taught. But when we read Lord of the Flies, we talked about how there were characters who were functioning from an external locus of control, where they felt like things were happening to them and they had no control over the situations around them. And then we talked about characters who were functioning from an internal locus of control, and they felt like they had a lot of control over the situations around them, over their own mindsets, over their fate. So let me ask you, and you might want to Google internal and external locus of control to kind of get an idea of what I mean by this. But let me ask you, where are you functioning from right now? Do you find that you're functioning from an internal locus of control? You feel like you have a lot of control over your surroundings and what's going on around you? At least your own attitude? Or are you functioning from an external locus of control? Maybe you feel like things are happening to you and you don't have a lot of power over those things. But I don't know if you remember, in Lord of the Flies, one of the pivotal points is when there is the statement made that maybe the beast is only them. So I want you to think about that idea when you're thinking about internal, external, and where you're functioning from. Because you have the ability inside yourself to decide that you can affect your own fate. You can give yourself self-talk. You can tell yourself that you have the power over your own attitude, over your own actions. You do have the power over those things. Or you can say things like, well, my sister, if she wasn't so annoying, I wouldn't act this way. That's a very external locus of control mindset, because you're saying that your attitude is dictated by something outside of yourself. Now, the point I'm making here is that when you are functioning from an internal locus of control, when you are able to believe that you have control over yourself, your emotions, your response to things, it gives you a sense of power in your life. So I would encourage you to dig back into that idea of the locus of control and think about where your actions and decisions are coming from right now. Because if you're functioning in an external mindset, I can bet that you're not experiencing a lot of peace, because you don't feel like you have any control over yourself or your reactions or the things around you. So take your power back. Take your power back. Spend the time reflecting. Think about yourself and your reaction and interaction with those things. I believe in you. You have the maturity to do this. You're awesome.